So here, just go to the Lambda. Go to the Lambda. Run code without thinking about the server. What does mean Lambda means? Run code without thinking about the server.
Yes.
You don't need to think about the server. Suppose I want to run a code which is having millions of line. Millions of line. To run
Mm-hmm.
millions of line of the code, we need the RAM and processor and other resources should be high. Okay. Then you don't need
Mm-hmm.
to worry about the lines of the code. Whatever the code is there, it will automatically scale according to your uh, code. Okay, according to your code. Here, this is the lambda. This is the lambda is there. Lambda function I think is previously created. I just delete this one. The lambda. Here, click on create function. Do you know function in Python?
Yes.
What does mean function?
It's just a method that you can use over and over.
It's nothing but a I want to execute a code with set of tasks are there. I want to
Mm-hmm.
run repetitive task.
Yes.
Then we write down the function in the Python. Okay.
Function.
Here also function means I want to do repetitive task. I want to do a task. So it also the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are two options
Mm-hmm.
are there. When first we need to create a function. Okay. First we need to create a function. The three options are there. One is the author from scratch. Second one is the blueprint. And third one is the container image. Author from
Mm-hmm.
scratch means start with a simple hello world example. There is already hello world one script is there. By using the hello world script, the lambda will execute. Suppose you
Okay.
have use blueprint, use blueprint. Okay, see here,
Mm-hmm.
what is blueprint? There are multiple codes are there. That is already predefined codes. You can check here that AWS Amazon will give some codes. By using this code,
Right.
we can do the lambda. Okay, lambda.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you created a Docker container. Docker container. You know need about Docker. So in the DevOps, we're going to learn about the Docker in detail about the Docker. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a Docker container, you can select this one. Which one?
Container image.
So instead of that, first thing we'll go from the author from scratch, and give the function name. You can give any name like hello app. And runtime you need to select here. Which runtime you want to select? Whether you want to
Mm-hmm.
select Node.js, yeah, it will select here there is supported languages are .NET 10, Java 25, Node, Python, Ruby. These are the languages supported by the which one? AWS Lambda. Only these
AWS.
languages are supported. Remaining won't support.
Mm-hmm.
So what are the
Okay.
supported language? .NET,
Java, Node.js, .NET,
Python, Ruby
Python,
only.
Ruby, and
Ruby only.
Amazon.
Ruby. That is
Uh-huh.
different thing. There's a these are the language supported by the Lambda function. Okay. In this
Mm-hmm.
one, you can choose according to our version also. Like have multiple versions are there. At Node.js 22, Node.js 22, 20, Python 3.10, like Python, multiple things are there. Okay. You can choose according to your requirement. Okay. Suppose if you select Python, see there is an option in there, Python 3.3.13. Okay. Selected a 3.13 and 3.13. Here the architecture of course is it is a x86. This ARM 64 for
Mm-hmm.
mobile. Okay. Okay, x86. Here under the permissions, here under the permission, create role with the basic lambda permission, use existing role. So this thing use existing role we'll discuss in the later one. So here create a new role with a basic lambda permission. Okay. Then
Mm-hmm.
I want to additional configuration. There is additional configuration is there. I want to select a VPC. I want to select a code signing encryption. You can select here. You can select here. Okay. Then click on the create function. I selected which environment? Python
Python
3.13.
3 point, yes.
13. And I selected author from scratch means that is already the AWS will give the inbuilt hello world program code. Hello world program code. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now created a function. So we selected which environment 3.13. There is one already existing code is there inside the AWS Lambda. Here you can check in the code. Here you can check the code.
Good.
The code in Python will always start with the def because the function will start with the def. Okay,
Yes.
it a def. Okay, this is the function. Okay, it always lambda function start for the import JSON. This is the function. This is the function def function, and declaring this is that function lambda handler. These are the parameters. Event in
Mm-hmm.
context are what parameters.
Parameters. Yeah.
And return here return this always the function will return this return is status code 200 means if everything is good it will return
Yeah.
200 and in the inside the body what is the result we need to return result need to be hello
Hello from
hello from
Lambda.
lambda hello from
Mm-hmm.
lambda. Okay,
Lambda.
this is the code. Okay, suppose
Mm-hmm.
you know code how to write down the python code, you just replace
Mm-hmm.
this one with that,
Yeah.
just replace
Yes.
and write down your code, write down your
Code.
code. Then
Mm-hmm.
after write down your code, there is an option is there here deploy. You can see
Mm-hmm.
here in the left side. Then
Yes.
click on the deploy. Again the new code will be run. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the code. What is the output of this code? It will get the hello from the
Hello
lambda
from Lambda.
output. And status code is 200. This is the output. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a question.
Yes.
Is DevOps using this or is it the developers?
Which one?
This Lambda. If they're checking the
It's
code here,
developer.
developers are using it because
Hmm.
they're checking their code here.
But we need to know what is lambda also.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Uh, is it basically like an IDE?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yes.
okay, okay.
Basically like AD only. But we can
Uh,
integrate with other thing. Okay, that
okay.
doesn't mean that this lambda can be integrated with any other resource like EC2, like DynamoDB, like S3.
Mm-hmm.
You write in a code like a code, like you write in
Mm-hmm.
a code. So whenever I upload a S3 object, then it will upload to DynamoDB. We'll write down a code here, and the code will upload the S3 object to DynamoDB. Okay, we'll integrate with other services also.
Mm-hmm.
When the code is run, the code will trigger the specific task.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? Not only IDE, it is also we can integrate other services.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here, then here this is the code. This is the code. Here, to run this code, first we need to create event. First we need to create a event. If you
Event.
click on the create event, there are two types of events are there: synchronous event and asynchronous event. Execute the lambda function blocks until receiving the function response. Which one? Synchronous event. Includes the
Mm-hmm.
lambda function for execution returns immediately with request ID. Which one? This is synchronous ID. So now I'll just give the event name. You can give any event name. I'm just giving the name as Javed app. And then here we just created event time. Here see this event. Okay, event. There are two options again here, private and shareable. Private means this event is only available the Lambda console only. I want to share with the result with other person, then I go for the shareable. Okay, this is the shareable. Then click here, test. Then click on the test.
Yes.
After clicking test here, click on the details here. You can check here the output. The status code is 200 inside this one. The output is hello from the Lambda.
That's Lambda.
Lambda. And this you
Mm-hmm.
can check here the configuration. This is the timeout. How much timeout to execute the code? 3 seconds.
Five
How
seconds.
much
3 seconds.
how
Sorry.
much RAM
First
it is
time.
taken? 128 MB.
128.
And if it is extra ephemeral. This is a ephemeral means nothing but a hard disk. This is like a hard disk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So much this is a 512 MB. Okay. This everything this underlying hardware will taken care by the AWS. Taken care by the AWS.
AWS.
Now we're going to do the small project by using this lambda. Okay. Here by using this
Okay.
lambda function, okay, generally Boto script is there. Do you know Boto script? Python Boto 3
Mm,
script.
I've heard of it. I haven't used it.
Python Boto 3 script. By using Python Boto 3 script, we can handle the lambda also. Here, I create a small project in that one. By using the lambda function, the lambda will execute the code. Whenever the lambda will execute the code, I'll just integrate the lambda with EC2, integrate with the lambda with EC2. Whenever the lambda code is executed, this code will stop the EC2 instance. Stop the,
EC2 instance.
do you understand? I write on a code.
Yeah.
The
Mm-hmm.
lambda, I just integrate the lambda with the EC2.
Mm-hmm.
Integrate the lambda with the EC2. So when the
Okay.
lambda is successfully, the lambda will successfully execute the code. The lambda will trigger the lambda will trigger that EC2. I need to stop the EC2 instances. I need to stop the
Mm-hmm.
EC2 instance. Then this lambda code will stop the EC2 instance. EC2 instance.
Instance.
Okay. You can check your
Okay.
WhatsApp. You can check your WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
You can check your WhatsApp. Two things I had sent to you today. What are the two things I
Mm.
had sent to you in group?
1 second. Yeah, Boto 3, yes.
This and the above one is the
This is zip file, right?
yesterday's code for
Yeah.
Elastic Beanstalk.
Mm-hmm.
For Elastic Beanstalk, yesterday's code.
Okay.
This is the Node.js code.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it is in zip file. You can see here this small code is there. This is a Boto2 script which is written in the
Mm-hmm.
which one in the
Python.
Python. Python. Here,
Boto 3
what is
dot
this script?
client.
Uh, mm,
Stop
Boto3 cloud here.
instance. Instance. Ah, okay. Understand. Is Boto 3 a built-in function from AWS?
Not AWS, just customized code, just taken from Google only. Okay,
Ah.
it's not a customized code. You can get no problem. In AWS also you can get no problem.
Mm-hmm.
In AWS documentation also you can get so many projects. In AWS documentation you can get so many projects. You want to do practice. Understand?
Okay. Yeah.
The scripts also you can get from the AWS documentation. Okay. So this is the script. So what is the script here? This is the script. What the script to
Mm-hmm.
do? So here this imports Boto 3 AWS SDK. You can check here. What does mean
Mm-hmm.
that? First step one, import
Import.
Boto 3 means AWS SDK will import the Boto 3. Boto
Mm-hmm.
3. And Boto 3 client, this is the which type of Boto 3 client means create a EC2 client and in which region? In a which region?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this will create a EC2 client. Which one? This will create
Right.
EC2 client. And which service? EC2 service and which region name? EC, US
East
East 1.
East one.
So here there is a stop instance ID where this is the instance ID. This is the instance ID. Stop the specific EC2 instance. Stop the
Specific EC2 instance.
after executing the code, it will
It
result
will
will
stop. Mm.
yes. This will successfully stop the EC2 instance if permissions are correct. Okay.
Okay.
Here this is the role to create here. This is the role. Okay. This is the role when you can
Mm-hmm.
create in the to stop the lambda will stop the EC2. Lambda will stop the EC2.
EC2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yes.
You can add multiple things. You can add the multiple thing. Okay. Here,
Mm-hmm.
first thing to create a lambda function. First we'll create a EC2 instance. First we'll create a EC2
EC2
instance.
instance.
Then we create a role. Then we create a role. Okay. The lambda can access EC2. The lambda can access a EC2. I just go to the instance here, launch instance here. Then select anything that is your up to your choice. You can select any AMI. Okay, Amazon Linux T2 Micro. So selected a key and no need this one. I just selecting no need this one. Then I created a launch instance in the which region? In the North Virginia is nothing but US East one.
US
US
East
East.
one, yes.
After creating the instance, go to the instance, copy the instance ID. Copy the instance ID.
Instance ID.
Because of we need to specify the which instance ID need to stop. Okay. This is the instance ID. Okay. Then again we go to the AM. Go to the AM.
Mhm.
We need to create a AM role. Create a AM role. Here click on the create role. This time we'll here this select AWS service. Here service case is Lambda. What is that? Lambda.
Lambda.
So this Lambda can access EC2. Okay. Lambda can access which one? EC2.
Lambda,
Amazon EC2
yes.
instance.
Sheet.
Now click on next here. Give the name.
Mhm.
Give the name. Lambda anything role. EC2 role anything. Okay. You can check the policy here. You can check the policy here. You can JSON version. You can check here. Hmm?
Mhm.
Understand? Then click on the which one?
Create role.
Create role. Then again go to the Lambda function. Go to the Lambda function.
Mhm.
Create a function. Create from author from scratch. So this Python is nothing but a Python, no? The Python, no? This is Python 3.13. Here change default execution role. Here
Mhm.
select the role.
Existing role.
Select the role. What is the role here? Lambda EC2. Any role. Lambda EC2 stop role. Okay.
Mhm.
Understand?
Yeah.
Then click on the
This is the
create
one we
function.
created, right? Lamb.
Yes, yes. So now this is the default code. This is the code.
Default code. Yeah.
So we need to replace the code with a new one. We
Yeah.
need to replace the code with the new one.
You want.
So just replace this code. Let's delete this one. Again, we have a code is there.
There was the Boto 3 one, right?
Yes. is the code. Hmm?
This one, input prototype.
This one, we just replace the code. We
We
put
have
the
to
code.
replace the instance ID, right?
Code, and we need to replace with the instance ID.
Instance ID.
Done. Then I just copy this code. Just
Mhm.
just paste here. Okay.
Mhm.
Then after changing code, we need to click on deploy. Then only the
Yeah.
changes will apply. Okay.
Okay.
Click on deploy. Now successfully updated the function EC2 stop role. Okay.
Mhm.
Understand? Then click on the test here. Click on the event name EC2 stop role. EC2 stop. Okay. And click on the test.
That's it. Good.
It is asking for the what?
You're asking for task timed out,
Yes.
sandbox timed out.
This one go to the configuration. There is a timeout is there.
Mm.
Going to edit here and just make it as timeout as a 10 second. Here,
Mhm. That's it.
save. Again go to the test here.
Again, same thing? No. It's working now, right?
So this is the below execution role. The build duration.
Mhm.
Okay. Now go here. What happened here?
Stopped. Yeah.
Okay. So what does mean lambda? Lambda is a serverless function. We execute the code, and we can lambda with the
Mhm.
integrate with the several functions, several
Understand.
resources.
Services.
Seven. Okay.
Yeah.
That is the Lambda. Okay.
Mm.
And the next thing is the DynamoDB. What is that?
DynamoDB.
There are two types of database are there. One is the SQL, second is the no SQL. Okay. One is the SQL, second is the no SQL. Okay. DynamoDB is the no SQL database. Amazon DynamoDB is fully managed no SQL database. It contains key value and document database provided by the AWS. This is the NoSQL service provided by the Amazon AWS. Okay, there
Mm-hmm.
are two types of database are there. One is the SQL, second is the NoSQL. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is the Amazon DynamoDB is a serverless function. You don't need to create any instance, and we don't need to install the DynamoDB. Already it is a
Okay.
as a platform as service AWS will provide. Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Amazon DynamoDB.
Right.
I know Amazon DynamoDB is a NoSQL database. No SQL
Okay.
database.
Nice.
Okay. So here, this is serverless. No servers need to manage. They are extremely fast, and you don't need to do the scaling. Automatically, the scaling will be provided by the AWS itself. Okay. And the database grows. Okay. When you add more number of data, then automatically scale. AWS will automatically scale, and the high availability and everything will provided by the AWS itself. Okay. So these are designed for
Mm-hmm.
large scale application like Amazon, Netflix, like Airbnb and Uber. Okay. Okay. Why go for the DynamoDB or NoSQL? So problem with the traditional, there are two types of database server. One is the traditional database and second is the DynamoDB. Okay. So whereas in the traditional database, it is a fixed schema. What is a schema? Schema is like you have a table and
Mm-hmm.
inside the database table is there, table rows and columns are there. The
Mm-hmm.
schema is fixed in each one traditional database. Whereas in the
Mm-hmm.
NoSQL don't have a schema. Like I have an option set there. I create a table like the same thing. The rows and fields and columns should be same for everyone. But in DynamoDB, you don't need to have the same. It may be different also. Suppose your Facebook profile or Instagram profile or like this profile is different from you and me. There are some fields are different from you. There are some fields are there. It is not common. It may be different from you and me. Okay. Understand? The profile,
Mm-hmm.
like Instagram profile, like Facebook profile is there. So where they use the DynamoDB, the the same the profile may be different. Like have different fields will be different from you and me. Okay. If you have a traditional database, the fields should be same. Fields should be same. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It is as a fixed schema structure, like fixed number of rows and columns. It can't be say different for one person to other person. Database, it won't be
Mm-hmm.
different for one person to other person. Whereas
Right.
in the DynamoDB, it doesn't have a schema less means that you don't have need to have same fields. Okay, so this uh, traditional data will support the vertical scaling, whereas
Right.
this DynamoDB will support the horizontal scaling. Okay, so this traditional database is very slow, and this NoSQL having a low latency. And for traditional database, we need to do the maintenance manually, and this DynamoDB fully managed by the AWS itself. AWS
Mm-hmm.
itself. So what are the DynamoDB use cases like real-time applications, gaming leaderboards, IoT data storage, like session management, like shopping cart, like user profiles. Just now explained you. Okay, user
Mm-hmm.
profiles. Okay, user profile may be different or the same thing for one person other person.
It, it, user profile has to be different, right?
Yes, then if you go for the fixed schema, then it will have the same thing with it may be different from one person to other person. We don't use
Right.
this fixed schema here. It will be
Mm.
different schema. So the
Different thing.
storing the user profile will go for the NoSQL. For the
NoSQL.
NoSQL. There are two types of databases there. One is the SQL, second one is the
No
No
SQL.
SQL. Okay, no SQL. Understand? So traditional SQL database contains the rows and columns. Table inside the rows and columns are there. The rows and columns are fixed. Rows and columns are
Fixed.
fixed. Whereas in the DynamoDB, there is no fix in there. It may be different. Okay. We can do for the different. Okay. Understand?
Mm. Yes.
In DynamoDB, like the same SQL, like DynamoDB is the NoSQL database. There are other NoSQL databases there like MongoDB,
Mm.
MongoDB,
MongoDB. Yeah. I've heard of
and
MongoDB.
other DB like Cosmos DB, Cosmos.
Cosmos. Okay.
There are other NoSQL databases also there like Document DB, like the multiple databases are there. NoSQL databases are there. This NoSQL database, Amazon DynamoDB is provided by the AWS NoSQL database. Okay.
Okay.
So in this NoSQL database, a table is there like in a normal database. We have a table is there. Inside the table, you
Mm.
have rows and columns are there. Inside the table,
Mm.
we have a
Rows and columns.
here we have a item. Here see this item is a record. Whereas in that here an item is there. In which one? In DynamoDB we have item. Item is a single record or row. Okay.
Hmm.
It is like a
Yeah.
row. Okay, row and columns are there now. Here it is known as the item. Okay, item. So the NoSQL database is written in the form of the JSON format. Which format will write down?
JSON format.
So here in JSON format, it will write down like a like key value pair. So all
Okay.
databases will be written in the key value pair. What is the key value pair? This is the key. User ID is the key. This is the value. Understand?
Yes.
Name is a key. Javed is the value. Email is a
Hmm.
key. Javed at the rate Gmail is the what?
Value.
Value. Value may be different, but key will be the same. Key mentioned.
Right.
Understand?
Yes.
So how we written the NoSQL database? We'll write down like in the key value pair. Okay.
Hmm.
Here item is like a what? Row. Okay. Here attribute is like a what?
Column.
Column. Example is nothing but attribute is like user ID, like employee
Hmm.
ID, age, salary. All these are known as what?
Hmm.
Attribute.
Attributes.
Understand? There is here you don't have a like rows and columns. So I think you know that SQL. I just told you that go to the W3 schools. Okay, if you don't know
Yeah. Yeah.
this.
That's
Okay,
good.
so these rows and columns are there. Instead of rows columns, we have a attributes and attributes and what other things are there? Items are there.
Mm.
Okay, understand?
Yes.
So is nothing but attributes like user ID, name, age, salary, email. All these are the known as the attribute. Attribute is a column. Attribute is a column. Item is a
Mm-hmm.
row under single record. Item is what?
Yes.
Single record. Row is nothing but a single record, na?
Mm.
Row is single record
Yeah,
or no?
because yeah, single record because one block is going to be one record, right?
Yes, exactly. Here in a database we have partition keys there. In database we have a primary keys there. Keys. Okay.
Right.
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 Here also there is a primary key is very important to know that how to fetch the database. Okay. This
Mm.
here having a primary key is there, partition key is there. To access the data from the database, we need primary key is very important. Okay, primary key is very important. Primary key is very important. Here
Mm.
there is two types of key are there. One is the primary key, second is the partition key. Okay. Okay, what is the primary key? Used to distribute the data across the partition. Suppose if you take a and database, in this database, the name, if you take a primary key as a name, suppose my name is Sheikh Javed Ahmad, the same name could be someone else.
Right.
So then how will you choose the name as a primary key? This primary key should be different, like ID.
Yeah.
Suppose invoking
Something
ID,
unique. Yeah.
employee ID may be different. The partition key
Right.
should be, there is no need to have a partition. Partition key is not mandatory. The primary key is mandatory to distribute data across the partition. It is a unique
Yeah.
identifier. It may be like user ID. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
For example, order ID, order date. Here, see this order ID and order date is the sort key. Is the sort key.
Short key.
Here, primary key is user ID. Here, this allows to multiple items in the same partition key. Same partition key.
Protection key.
Order ID may be same inside. Okay. Here, the data types in DynamoDB are string data type, number data type, binary data type, and boolean data type, and null data type. Okay.
Yes.
Understand? Here, you
Yeah.
don't need to create any DynamoDB like DynamoDB. Here, you don't need to create anything uh, like we don't need to create an EC2 instance. We don't need to create like other things like we don't need to install the DynamoDB. There is already platform as service as a platform as service provided by the AWS itself. Who will
Mm-hmm.
provide? AWS will
AWS.
provide. Who will provide? AWS will
AWS.
provide. Which one? DynamoDB already created.
Platform.
You don't need to go for this as a platform as service. It is known as a
Mm-hmm.
platform as service. Everything is created by the AWS itself. You don't need to install the DynamoDB. You don't need to create each instance. This is already
Mm-hmm.
created by the AWS as a. It will provide as a platform as service. It provided as a platform as service. Okay, understand?
Mm-hmm.
So what is
Yeah.
the DynamoDB? DynamoDB is nothing but a NoSQL. Is nothing but a NoSQL.
That's good.
A fast and flexible. Why you go for the NoSQL? Suppose I want to store my user profile like a gaming top leaders like multiple things. Then instead of SQL, go for the NoSQL. Okay.
Mm.
Here in the dashboard, there is a DynamoDB is there. I just go to the DynamoDB. So Amazon DynamoDB is a fast and flexible NoSQL database service for any scale. Any scale. DynamoDB is fully managed. I told you that how will written? It is in the form of the key value pair.
Right.
Key value pair. It is in the form of the key value pair. Understand? Here I just want to create a DynamoDB table. Here click on this create table and give the name table name. You can give the table name. I'm just giving the table name as a employee table. You can give any name, no problem. Okay. And there are two keys are there. I told you the only partition key. Second one is the which key? Sort key. Okay. The partition key is a unique identifier. Unique.
Identify.
Here I'll just give you the partition key as a EMP ID. What is that? Employee ID.
Yeah.
This employee ID is a number data type. Which data type?
Right. Number.
So if I want to give the sort key, you can give the sort key as a employee name. It is not mandatory. Okay. Employee name is strict.
What does a sort key do? It just sorts like the items.
Yes. It is not like an
Uh,
order ID is there. Order ID is
uh-huh.
a sort key.
Ah, okay. So it will just sort from our ID, basically.
Yes. Here this is a
Okay.
partition key is mandatory. This one is a
Optional.
this is the second part of the primary key. Okay. The
Mm-hmm.
sort key allows you to sort each among the all items, same the partition key. This is not mandatory. It is optional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There are two types of
Okay.
option is there. One is the default setting, second is the customer setting. Okay.
Customize setting.
There is nothing change is there between both of them. Both are almost the same. Both are almost the
Mm-hmm.
same.
Almost the same.
Same.
So
You
just
don't need
keep
to
it at
change anything.
default.
Okay. Click on the
Mhm.
create table.
Create table.
What is the table name are given here? Employee
Oh,
table.
employee table.
So it will create
Temp
employee
table.
table. Inside that, there is items and their attributes are there. Items is like a
Mm-hmm.
row, attributes like a column. Okay.
Column.
Okay.
Right.
So now it is creating the DynamoDB. This completely it is not free service. It is a paid service. Is it?
Okay.
Even though if
Paid
you have a
service.
free tier
Even
account, even though you have a
uh
free tier account, You need to pay for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the employee table which I created. Okay, which I created,
Mm-hmm.
and this underlying hardware is created by the AWS itself. We have not
AWS.
created any underlying hardware. Okay, we have not
Mm-hmm.
installed the Amazon DynamoDB. Understand?
Yeah.
Here, if you see this, explore table items. Go for explore table items. So there is a table is there. One is the table name is what?
Same table.
Employee table.
Employee table.
So what is item? What is item?
Zero items right now.
Yes. What is item generally?
I think row.
Yes. Click on the create item. Click on the
Mm-hmm.
create item. I just give the partition key will be the same. Okay. Employee ID as a
Mm-hmm.
one. Okay. And I'll just give the name. This sort key is that employee name is Javed. Okay. Understand?
Yep.
I want to create another attribute. Attribute is like a column. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one, I just select a number column. In this one, I just give the salary. Give that.
Mm-hmm. Salary.
In this one, I just give the 1,000. Okay. Understand? Now click on
Yeah.
the create item.
So
Now I
basically
just created a
created
one
one
field.
block of JSON, right?
Yes. Yes, I'll just show you. Okay. JSON. You can write down the JSON also. You can check
Mm-hmm.
here. Create item. There are two options are there. One is the form field. Second one is
Ah,
the.
okay. JSON.
Now you can check here the JSON. The employee ID and employee name. You just copy paste
Mm-hmm.
here. Just give the employee name value and just copy paste here. JSON
Mm-hmm.
format.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it is the form field. This is the form.
The font
Okay.
field makes it easier.
Yes. Here this employee ID. I just give the employee ID
Two.
is 2. Okay. And employee name
Mm-hmm.
is like Mosin. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Again the add new attribute. The attribute may be different also because it is schema less. Hmm?
Yeah.
Whereas in RDBMS,
I'm
can you,
sorry. What was the question?
here the attribute we can, you don't need to add the name attribute here salary. Instead of attribute
Mm-hmm.
salary, you can give another name, another thing also, another
Yeah, yeah.
column.
I have a question. Right now the employee ID is what do you call it? And the employee ID and employee name are the attributes that are forced, right? You have to. I mean, it's already there. For salary, do you have to type salary every single time you enter? Can it not be Can it not be made
We need to pay.
like a
We need to type.
default?
We need to type every time.
Ah, okay. So there's
Okay,
no way to
now,
like make
yeah,
three columns
you can
as
give
well.
another name also. It will accept.
No, no, I understand. But
Yeah.
like it will create a different column, right?
Yes. Here,
If I make a mistake in spelling or something,
mm,
it will create a different column.
it will accept. Spelling mistake also it will accept.
But it will make a different column, right? Because it's not
Yes, it will
salary
get
anymore.
different column. Exactly, exactly.
But like you know how these two columns are permanent,
Hmm.
emp ID and emp name. So
Hmm.
we cannot make salary as an additional column, like permanent column.
You can add another column also. You can add another column also for specific one record. Okay, for this one employee ID
Hmm.
3 role and attribute names. So these are the records. If you want to add another record, you can add another record also. You can go to the create item. You can add another one also. Okay.
Hmm.
So these are the things. Some basic things I added. Okay, some basic things I added. I just go here. You can check the JSON here.
Hmm.
You just copy paste and create a single at a time also. Just copy here. Just change the name here. Huh?
Right.
This
Just
name it will create
value.
at a time.
Right.
Hmm? Understand? You just change the
Yeah.
values here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This copy this code.
Because
Now uh,
the key is going to be constant.
mhm. Key is the constant. Just copy paste one by one and change the value pair. It will create multiple records at a time. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. Some basic some fields are there. There is an option in there scan. There is a one option in there scan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our query is there. I want to queue the query. So we need to give the value here. Attribute value is
If you
1.
put two, then it's going to put, or one is going to put twelve.
Now it will return the
Yeah.
is nothing is there only three fields are there. So we have thousands and lakhs, millions of fields are there real time.
Right.
So where we can use like this conditions also. Here you can choose the condition also. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Understand?
Yes.
That's it. That's the thing. Which one? Here there is conditions
Then
also. Equal name,
mm,
attribute name, there is conditions also. This which one? DynamoDB. Is that?
right. DynamoDB.
So what does mean DynamoDB? DynamoDB is a NoSQL database. Is it?
Mm-hmm. No SQL database.
So it is doesn't have any fixed schema. Doesn't have any.
Quick schema.
So it may be different also. Suppose I create this is the table. This is the table.
Mm-hmm.
This one the table, huh? So click on the create item. Then I just go to the another one. Only partition key needs to be same. Remaining thing will be different. That's why we need to create multiple tabs. Hmm? This need to be mandatory. Which one employee ID? Partition key is what? Mandatory. That we can't change.
Yeah. And has to be unique, right? You cannot use like
Yes, yes. And the thing is the string remarks. Now I have an extra field. See here.
yeah, the marks.
Okay.
Yes.
So this one which what? DynamoDB.
DynamoDB.
So if you go for like other databases like MongoDB is also
Mm-hmm.
a NoSQL
No
database.
SQL, right? Uh,
Yes, like Cosmos DB is also a NoSQL database.
mm-hmm.
Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just delete this one. Just delete this one because of it will generate a huge bill.
Charge.
It generate a huge
Yeah,
bill,
yeah.
brother, because it's a
Mm-hmm.
paid service. Is it?
Mm-hmm. How long do they give you to like practice this DynamoDB if you want to practice? Or there's no grace period?
I think you have $100 with that. From the $100 you can with $100 you can
Mm-hmm.
choose.
Okay.
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 Okay, brother. Tomorrow I'll see you. Huh?
Tomorrow we're doing Azure, right?
Yes. Make sure that create a free account. And I told you that so many times. So I don't explain like basics like cloud computing all this thing. Just go into directly deep dive into the how to create instance. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
just
Thank
send
you.
you. Okay. If you need, then I'll explain. No problem. Again go for
No, I
this.
think it should be okay.
Huh?
It should
Okay,
be
na?
okay. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
because
think
of
so.
unnecessary wasting the time again discussing the same availability zone
Yeah.
regions, all these things. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Same.
Should be okay.
Everything is same. AWS Azure,
Mm-hmm.
everything is same. Like it in Azure also having availability zone and having a same thing like AWS. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Make sure that tomorrow I'll create a Azure and I'll send a syllabus to you, no problem. Again, regarding the Azure. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
So okay. Okay. Tomorrow see. Huh?
Bye. Yes. Bye.